Hi everybody, Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com, and welcome to another edition of Aztecs Now Online. We are joined by head football coach Brady Hoke. Coach, coming off the heels of what was a very, very impressive performance Saturday night against Air Force, a huge win for your team, a huge win for the school. Looking back at the film, what you've been able to see so far, what are some of the things that really stood out to you?
You know, Mike, I really think our team played tough. I thought our mental toughness throughout the 60 minutes of football was what you're looking for in a football team. I thought we complemented each other very well. When you look at, we had a little bit of a slow start on offense, but our defense hung in there, and you know, when the defense struggled just a little bit there in the third quarter, I thought our offense did a great job. So it was a great team win, and it was a great job of everyone playing for each other and being accountable to each other.
What were some of the individual performances, offense and defense, and special teams that stood out from this one to you?
Well, defensively, you know, I think Ernie Lawson played his best football game, and part of what we wanted to do as a defensive front was take the fullback out of the football game and take that option out and make sure he couldn't get downfield and block, you know. And so I had Ernie in the front seven. Marcus Yarborough, I thought, played very well. Andrew Preston, I thought, played well. And Liam McFadden on defense. You know, obviously Brandon Sullivan offensively has been tremendous for us. The different things we ask him to do and the selflessness that he's shown as a senior, and he had a tremendous game. I thought Ryan played very well. It was good to see him take the ball down and make some yards running the football, and I thought he made good decisions. And Ronnie Hillman, you know, Ron did a nice job being patient, running the football, and made some good big plays for us.
And I don't think two bigger onside kicks have been fielded.
Yeah, no question.
The Aztecs, DJ Shields, boy, and that's not an easy thing to do.
No, and I'll tell you, it's gratifying as a coach because Dan Ferrigno, we coached the heck out of that team, and we talk about those are the types of plays that you win championships with in the execution. And both times, DJ went into the highest point of the football. On the second one, I was really Vincent Brown went out and blocked a guy, and so did Gavin Escobar. That gave him a little more time, and he had a little more space, and just tremendous football play.
You're a couple plays away from being 6-0, not 4-2, and the pro team in town is 2-4. A lot of people are now looking at this Aztecs group for the excitement that you're supplying to the community from a football standpoint. You starting to feel that the fans coming up to you more and more and talking football with you, excited about what you're doing?
Well, you know, the exciting thing was, you know, that crowd got into the football game, and them being there at the Warrior Walk for our young men and you know, our kids on the team, how much that means to them, and them supporting them. You know, these are student athletes, and you know, this is not easy what they do by any stretch of the imagination. We're not an easy program, and so the dedication that they've shown and the commitment level, it's nice for them to have those people out there and cheer them on.
Finally, this weekend, you're in Albuquerque taking on a New Mexico team that has fallen on some rough times as of late. They are not the powerhouse that they have been in the Mountain West Conference, but still, you're going to Albuquerque to play. It's not easy to come out there with a win. What special problems do the Lobos present?
Well, I think a lot of problems. Number one, we haven't won there the last 4 times we've visited Albuquerque. So that's something that we need to prepare for and get ready for. I think offensively, you know, they've had 4 really different quarterbacks in there, and they've got some very talented guys who have a lot of skill. And at the running back position, there's a lot of skill, and they're big up front. Defensively, their front 4 is as good as any in our league, and guys who are going to play hard and be physical up front. And the 2 ends are great athletes, and they roll a lot of guys through. And so we've got a lot of preparation that we have to do to get ready.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time, and good luck Saturday.
Thanks, Mike.
Coming up next, defensive lineman Ernie Lawson will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the big win over Air Force and the upcoming game against the Lobos as Aztecs Now Online continues after this.
Billy White, watch out! All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Malcolm Thomas rejects. Thomas back to Leonard for the hammer. Everybody hands go up. And
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. We are now joined by defensive lineman Ernie Lawson, who had a monster game Saturday night against Air Force. Ernie, how pumped up was this team after what was a very, very big win for the program?
I think everybody was really excited. It was a big win for us. We played hard. I think a lot of guys were really gratified to be able to pull out a close game, for the first time this season, which is really nice for us. Because we put in a lot of work. Like Coach says, they're hard on us, and to be able to have our hard work, be able to, really pay dividends, I guess, at the end and give the victory that no more moral victory. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Get the real victory was nice, and I know me personally and a lot of the guys, we were really excited.
You had a sack and 5 tackles, and it seems you basically just hung out all game long in the Air Force backfield. Containing that offense and stopping that offense. I mean, what were some of the keys to doing that?
Playing assignment smart football. I know Neil and Jerome did a great job on the inside with the center and trying to really take away the dive, as well as Jake and BJ and JJ too. A lot of my D-line mates, we really try to focus on our job and take care of the fullback. And really, when you do that, it really does help stop that offense. And and for the rest of it, a lot of the guys just rallied to the ball. Leon had a hell of a game coming up and making tackles, and Yarbs played, out of his mind. So I think it was just a total team thing.
And from a hitting aspect,
yeah.
They gained some yards, but there's more than a couple of times where Air Force running backs got up a little slow and were kind of wincing as they were walking back to the huddle. I mean, you guys were bringing the wood.
Yeah, we were trying. Coach Long preaches 11 helmets to the ball, and we try to do that every time, and we figure if we can do that, they're going to feel it, and that's what we try to do.
Ernie, the confidence grows each time you win a football game. Is the whole team, talk about the confidence level of this football team. Maybe you're at the point where you're thinking, we can play, as long as you play smart football, with anybody in the Mountain West Conference.
Most definitely. I think as long as we come with the mentality that we have to go to work for all 60 minutes and, it's going to be a fight, and we're down we're down for the entire 60 minutes, we're a good football team, and we can play with anybody. We're not scared of anybody. Because really, at the end of the day, all any other team is just a name. And, I think we realize that, and, with the work that we put in, we deserve to win games. No matter against who it is. So I think everybody's confident. We want to win. We believe we can win the Mountain West Conference Championship, and it starts with Coach Hoke, and he's done a great job of making everybody believe.
Finally, you take on a New Mexico team this weekend that's 0-6. I will ask the question, although I think we both know the answer ahead of time. Is there any fear of taking a Lobos team lightly that's 0-6?
No, because we don't take them lightly. Because they were in a similar situation last year to where not many people thought of them very highly and stuff like that. And they came in here last year to Qualcomm and almost beat us, and quite frankly, should have beat us. And they're still a very talented football team. 0-6, none of that stuff really matters. It really doesn't. They're a good football team, and like Coach said, we haven't won the last 4 times we've been there, and they always come ready for us. They really do. So we're going to be ready, and we're going to try to get after them.
Again, congratulations on a great game Saturday night.
Thank
I know
you.
so many Aztec fans in this city were just overjoyed at what you guys were able to do. Good luck against the Lobos on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Coming up next, the new women's lacrosse head coach, Kylie White, will get her thoughts on what it takes to start a new sport from scratch as Aztecs Now Online continues after this.
Billy White, watch out! All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Malcolm Thomas rejects. Thomas back to Leonard for the hammer. Everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. 'Cause all I do is win. Oh my, DJ Gay! Put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. In 2012, there will be a brand new sport up here on the Mesa, and that is women's lacrosse. And we are proud to be joined by the new head coach of the women's lacrosse team, Kylie White. Coach, appreciate your time.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
2012, so you have a little bit of time to start getting this program together and get this team together. Right now, what are the steps you are taking heading into 2012?
Basically, right now I'm trying to recruit a class to come in next fall and plan a schedule, figure out where we're going to play, and piece together a team. Mm-hmm. That's more than anything. Yeah.
I would assume it's busy days and busy nights, or do you have everything mapped out on a calendar, like I'll take care of this and then I'll take care of that? How do you go about putting a women's lacrosse team together literally from scratch?
Great question. I'm working it out. We have a strategic plan. We're starting to put that together. But like you said, a lot of early morning, late nights, trying to talk to kids on the East Coast and up late talking to kids here. Mm-hmm. And so
it is such a huge sport on the East Coast, and it is played out here on the West Coast. For sports fans in San Diego that aren't familiar with it, what can you expect when you go to a lacrosse game?
It is a very fast-paced, confusing game. Mm-hmm. I think it's very exciting that the ball is moving all around. People, girls and boys, very athletic, aggressive style of game that most people are drawn to it because of you get to see people really be athletic. But I say confusing just because the women's rules are a little bit different. There's a lot of whistles that people don't necessarily understand, mm-hmm. but in general, it's a very fun game to watch.
In recruiting kids and contacting them, and now officially saying, eventually, if not now, in the near future, come play lacrosse at San Diego State University. Is it a hard sell? Do you see it being a hard sell? I mean, you walk around the facilities here in Southern California, and you kind of scratch your head why anybody would not want to come to San Diego State and play any of the sports. Will it be a tough sell, you think?
I think a little bit, yes. For most, like you said, it's an East Coast sport, and a lot of athletes want to stay, lacrosse players want to stay in their little 3 or 4 hour bubble, and I think coming out west is too far. Mm-hmm. Once we get those kids that are excited about a new opportunity or realize the adventure of leaving home for 4 years and maturing and becoming their own person, those are the kids we want. And I think when they get on campus and see San Diego, they'll realize it's an awesome place.
How does one end up the head women's lacrosse team coach at San Diego State? How did this all come about?
Very fortunate, I think, right place, right time. My career, I've been fortunate to be at amazing universities and been mentored by a lot of outstanding coaches. And I guess through my playing career, I just had a good resume, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But I saw this as an opportunity to continue the growth to the West Coast, and have always wanted to be a head coach and to start a program. Not very many people get that opportunity to start fresh.
Well, I know the chatter in the hallways is a lot of people are very excited that you're here. Oh. Very excited in San Diego that this opportunity now is being thrown out there for women to come play lacrosse at San Diego State. Congratulations and good luck in 2012. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, that will just about do it for this edition of Aztecs Now Online. We'll leave you with a list of the events, everything going on up here on Montezuma Mesa this week. I'm Mike Coster. For all of us here on Aztecs Now Online, thanks for watching right here on GoAztecs.com.